James Bond, Agent 007, Nightfire. It's out for the Xbox, PlayStation 2, and GameCube. What'd you think, man?
Huh?
How's your popcorn there? Pretty good? All right. What'd you think of Nightfire?
Well, even though this game doesn't follow the new movie at all, it actually uses all of the elements in the movie.
Uses a bunch, yeah.
Which I thought was interesting. Like, you know, for example, the watch, the car, the Aston Martin Vanquish, which you drive on ice, similar to the movie.
EA threw down some big coin. Eurocom developed it, and they did a fantastic job. They did the World Is Not Enough game for the N64, and that was a good game, if people remember that one.
Jungle Book on the NES.
Okay, the Jungle Book on the NES.
The weapon sound effects in this game are some of the best I have ever heard, and the interactive music is incredible as well. I mean, it really puts you into a Bond film with the quality that you're used to.
You're the deep cover agent.
It's not as deep as it looks.
It really does feel like a Bond movie. That's the best thing you can say about this.
Right, and the driving is unbelievable. They actually used the Need for Speed engine, which is, as we know, is the best driving game out there.
It's a nice collection of elements that you'd want to see in any good James Bond movie, but now they're inside of this game, and you have so much control. This game is a major step forward from Agent Under Fire.
Nice landing, James. Why do you always seem to end up on top?
A lower center of gravity.
The very first level that you're dropped into, too, is this amazing snowy night with this castle, and you look at these graphics and go, oh my God, this is so realistic. If the rest of the game is like this, it's going to be incredible. Unfortunately, a little of the interiors don't live up to this amazing first level expectation.
It's true. The engine is excellent, though. The first-person shooter engine is really solid. It moves along very, very rapidly. The frame rate's perfect. You know, it really is a stylish package. Now, that's not to say there aren't some problems with the game. The AI isn't perfect. You can still walk right up to other guys that'll be pointing at nothing, and you can shoot them, and, you know, the alarm bells are going off, but nobody's really doing anything. It's a little bit short. There's only 12 single-player missions in the game, and they're not that difficult, and they're not that different either when you switch between the difficulty levels, which is kind of discouraging, because remember back in GoldenEye, if you switch between the difficulty levels, you got new objectives and new rewards. You can't forget about multiplayer as well. There's a bunch of different levels that you get to start off with, and need a bib. They give you all kinds of customizable options. You can add bots in there. Even if you have 4 players playing at the same time, you can still add bots to the mix. You can adjust their difficulty. Did you want some of my popcorn? You can adjust their difficulty and their skill, so you can sort of balance everything out. One of the things that bugged me about this game is that the only way to play multiplayer is through split-screen mode. And all of these consoles now have the ability to get online, even the GameCube. If you do want to play James Bond online, you have to pick up the PC version.
I'm giving this game a 9.5.
Wow.
I love this game. It's great to see him finally on the AAA title level that he deserves.
It is a great game. I'm going to give it 8.5 out of 10.
On the positive side, the amazing presentation and cinematic feel of this game is unbelievable. All the different weapons and vehicles and different methods of gameplay make this really seem like a Bond experience. The interactive music is unbelievable, and the sound effects are some of the best we've ever heard.
On the negative side, some of the artificially intelligent characters in the game are pretty dumb. The game is so much fun, you wish it was longer, and I really wanted to spend more time in the vehicles. And unfortunately, even though there's great split-screen multiplayer in the game, there's no online multiplayer. Well, let's switch over to an entirely different type of movie game. This one's called Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee. It's from Atari/Infogram.
Want to hear my Godzilla imitation?
Sure. I love that you're doing that with your mouthful of popcorn bits. That's nice.
Now, this Godzilla game on the GameCube is similar to another game that's coming out on the PlayStation 2 called War of the Monsters.
Right.
The monsters are huge,
yes.
The buildings and people are small. Gives you a good sense of scale. It's a good fighting game. The amazing thing about this game is you can actually play 4 players simultaneously.
Right. It shares a lot of the same kind of game design that went into Super Smash Brothers Melee. There's the 4-player sort of button mashing combination kind of attack stuff, and you unlock other modes and other characters as you work your way through the game. There's an adventure mode, which sort of is the single-player game.
Not even your strongest monster can break free of our control and defeat the others. That is all. Am I still on? Oh, very well, we now return you to whatever it was you were doing.
I like the destruction mode where you can actually go around and the object is to try to destroy all the buildings. Remember the old game Rampage?
Yep.
Well, it's kind of like that.
There's also a survival mode where you get to take on all the monsters one by one. Now you get 11 of the Toho licensed monsters out there.
Who?
Toho. Toho was the Japanese movie company that had the rights to Godzilla. Some of them might have like a pointy back or something that they can, stab the guys with.
Well, not only are there 11 monsters to choose from, but there's also 8 different arenas.
That's right. There are 8 different arenas. Not enough monsters, not enough arenas.
Well, the thing is that you only get 4 unlockable characters at the beginning. What fighting game have you ever played where you can only choose 4 of the 11 characters?
I know.
Now, although you can destroy pretty much every building in the level,
that's fun.
One of the things I thought was weird, though, is that there's a lot of collision problems. A lot of times you could stand and stand and be through the building.
Even though I didn't like the content in Smash Brothers as much, I think that overall that game offered a lot more to players than this one does. But I'm going to give this one a bit of a higher score because I enjoy the Godzilla stuff in there. I'm going to give it 6.5, but I think it's really just a rental.
I like it. It's quick fun. I'm giving it a 7.5. On the positive side, you get all of the original Godzilla sounds. The 4-player simultaneous mode is really fun. And there are a few different modes, like destruction mode, where you go around destroying all the buildings.
On the negative side, the gameplay does get repetitive. There's only 4 playable monsters unlocked at the beginning of the game. And unless you're into Godzilla in a big way, I think you're going to get tired of this game pretty quick. Stick around, we're coming right back with a look at the Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers.
I think I'm going to be sick.
Well, no doubt, you've been eating that all day, man.
Here, you can have the rest.
What?